Good morning, friends. I am here with a very useful information and a recent judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court regarding secret recordings between spouses while they are conversing on their mobile phones or telephones. As all of us know, telephones, the ordinary telephones, landline numbers, do not have any recording facility. Therefore, it is assumed that we are speaking about the other electronic devices, mobile phones and iPads, and through however other these things that we can make a conversation. The latest judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court judgment is passed by Justices B.V. Ratna and Satish Chandra Sharma. These two honorable justices have observed that in a proceeding between the spouses, this has to be underlined, in any proceeding between the spouses, the secret recordings regarding the, the secret recordings of the conversation between the spouses shall be valid evidence. It shall not be illegal under the Indian Evidence Act. So, this is a very important point to be noted, but what we have to remember in this particular judgment is that this particular secret recording or recordings can be used only between the cases between the spouses. It cannot be used in any other case. Say for example, if there is a case of fraud, okay, and usually it happens, nowadays it happens like that. Usually a person files a case saying that my husband represented or my wife told, whatever it is, saying that I am so and so, I am qualified with so and so degree. And then after marriage I got to know that the spouse, either the wife or the husband, it does not have that whatever is the qualification that he or she has mentioned, or the job which he or she has mentioned, or probably at the time of taking the pictures or horoscopes or whatever, at the time of meeting, each one would have represented something. But before marriage or soon after marriage, the scenario entirely changes. So this was very common during the recession period, because many people used to get married to the ladies or men because they were in US. But once the recession started, there were so many people who were heading back to Bharat, India. And this became a very big problem in many marriages. Okay, now we cannot, because it is a third party, it is something which was an emergency, which was not the voluntary act of somebody. Nobody could sue anybody, nobody could file a case against anybody. But while talking about the qualifications or the jobs, there needs to be transparency. Now there are many cases like that. I don't wish to go into all those cases. My only point is, when there is a case between the spouses themselves, then secret recordings of the conversation between the spouses, please underline once more, it is between the spouses. It is not in-laws and one of the spouse, or it is not brother-in-law, not like that. It is not between in-laws and spouse at all. It is only secret recordings between the spouses, which is admissible as evidence in a case which is filed by one spouse against the other spouse. This is a very important judgment. It may be of use to many couples, since proof is something which is very rare to find in a family case, because everything that happens within the four walls of the house. And where do we go and look out for proof as such? Unless it is something allegation, something which we can find a proof about. But more often than not, it is more of a mental harassment, and therefore this facility has been provided under the Indian Evidence Act, and which has promptly been put forth by the Honorable Justices. Thank you for watching the video.